Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at the stock price of BioCryst Pharmaceuticals with the ticker symbol BCRX. This company is based out of Durham in North Carolina, and today the share price for this stock is $11.93. This represents a drop of 33.31%. That is huge. If you look at the 52-week range, you can see that the stock has gone anywhere from $9.23 all the way up to almost $20, specifically $19.99. Today's volume is at 22 million, and we still have about at least 4 hours to go to the close of market. Average volume is 4 million. So there's a frenzy of trades going on. I don't know if it's people buying the stock or people jumping ship, but the stock is down 33.40% even as we speak. So what this company does is it's a biopharmaceutical company, and it has a drug already on the market, an IV drug, and they have a couple of very promising drugs in the pipeline for certain diseases. But the main catalyst why this stock dropped so much today appears to be the announcement that they have stopped recruiting new patients into one of their clinical trials. The reason they stopped adding new patients to that clinical trial is because they found out that some of the currently enrolled participants in the study had elevated creatinine levels. Creatinine is a waste byproduct of normal muscle activity. So if you do like intense muscular activity, physical activity, part of the dark color and then the waste products that you have in your urine, not the color but the waste product that you have in the urine, comes from creatinine, and it is eliminated by the kidneys. So these patients or participants in the study with elevated creatinine levels, they paused recruiting new participants so they can investigate exactly what's going on with these participants. That appears to have been the catalyst, because in the pharmaceutical sector, if you have a successful study, that's just almost as good as money in the bank. But if you have hiccups during the phase when you're still investigating to see if a drug is a viable candidate to be proposed to the FDA for approval, then each of those hiccups, is a bump on the road, and investors are especially very worried whenever they get news like that. Also, these companies, especially publicly traded companies, they are obliged to share information which can substantially affect the valuation of their stock. So that is information they couldn't have kept to themselves. They were obligated to make it public. So now you know the catalyst and why this stock appears to have dropped 33.50% as we speak. It is left now to you to determine if this is going to bounce back within the near future. But remember that this company, BioCryst Pharmaceuticals, they have an extensive roster, almost a mile long, of very prestigious institutes, universities, and organizations that they work in collaboration with. So that already tells me that they have the brain power, and then they have the institutional backing, from academia to carry on some very complex clinical trials. But ultimately, it is up to you to determine where you put your money. So do your own due diligence. Determine if BioCryst Pharmaceuticals is it's a perfect match for you. I have no doubt on my mind that over the next couple of days, this stock will rebound. Maybe slowly, but ultimately it's going to rebound and possibly keep moving up. But the 33.67% drop today, I think that's just one more stumble along the road. If you look also in November 2021, you can see that they also had a huge drop from $15.31 or thereabouts all the way down to about $11.61. So along the way, life happens. You have the ups and downs, and I think this is just one more stumbling block along the way of BioCryst Pharmaceuticals. Looking at the 6-month graph, one thing is clear: this company knows how to bounce and come back. So I wouldn't be surprised that they make a spectacular, rise, like you can see in some of these areas where it dropped and then quickly picked back up. So this is just one to keep a close watch. I'm not saying that tomorrow you could make some returns, but just one of those stocks to keep a close watch on. As you can see, as the news gets disseminated, you can see the stock is still dropping. The trend here is downward, so just keep a close watch and see what happens. Monday will be another day, and it will be very interesting to come back and see what happened over the weekend, how people digested the news, and if they are ready to take their chances again with BioCryst Pharmaceuticals. I think it's a very promising company. And just looking at the list, at the roster of their collaborations, I think that you have some very massive brain power behind all of their drug discoveries and the ideas that they are seeking to bring to market. Anyways, thanks for joining me, and if you made it this far, I'm going to ask you for one small favor. It doesn't cost you anything. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up below, and I would be very, very appreciative if you would subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow, keeps me going, and that is the fuel that I need. Like electric vehicles need to be plugged in, or gas, internal combustion engine vehicles need some gas. For me, my gas is for you to just hit that subscribe button. That will keep me going. Thanks for joining me, and catch you guys on the next video.